updates to data collection, and the World Championship qualifiers, it's a big month. We're going to start with our hero and color breakdowns. We're going to move into the ranked ladder distributions. And then we're going to go over my top 3 decks for the World's qualifiers and do a little show-off game with each of them. This month, I collected all the data myself. Gone are the days where we get skewed meta-analysis based on the skewed in-game feature matches. That being said, I had to play a lot of games to get the data you're about to see, about 100 data points. So I'm looking for some help. And if you'd like to help, check out the video in the info card just above to see how you can help me get some data. Amaterasu has entered the meta, guns blazing, helping red take up about 41%. Black follows at about 34%, and then you got green. Purple is really struggling this meta, even though some of the new growth support looks pretty promising. For our heroes, Akuma and Amaterasu are neck and neck in popularity, with Akuma actually leading by 1. Very impressive to beat out the latest and hottest new hero. The next most popular heroes are going to be Wesker, Jill, and Zero. So let's check out the hero arts to see what exactly is going on there. Going into our hero art breakdown, we've got Great Divine Intervention taking the cake. In fact, from our data, it accounted for all but one of Amaterasu's showings. That last one was Thunder Edge. Our most popular hero, Akuma, had 2 hero arts show up. We've got Ashura Senku and a Raging Demon. This goes to show how good Akuma has it with such a wide diversity of strategies for it to choose from. The ranking data for this month is pretty sweet. Starting at below champion, Great Divine Intervention Amaterasu is dominating. Surprise, surprise. But it's followed up by Jill Antibody Activation and Akuma's Raging Demon. Just goes to show you there's a little bit of slower decks kind of being played at that lower rank. When we get into the 1500 range, we see Amaterasu continues to be that powerhouse. But suddenly, whoop-ha! Ouroboros comes and rears its head, comes out to play. And we also see the absolute powerhouse that is Ashura Senku also starting to come up, be on the rise. It looks like games are speeding up a little bit as we start to hit that champion rank. But what about high champion? In the 1800 to 2000 range, Ashura Senku takes over as the king and is followed by Great Divine Intervention, Antibody Activation, and Raging Demon, all tied for second in terms of showings. It's really interesting to see how Raging Demon and Antibody Activation kind of dropped off when you hit champion, and then they came back up. I suspect this is because those decks can be difficult to master, and potentially because they have bad matchups against Ouroboros, who had that spike in popularity right when you hit champion. Before we close out the video with my top 3 picks for the upcoming qualifiers, I wanted to thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to see more of these and meta deck profiles, skits, and a little bit more, go ahead and subscribe and let me know what your favorite card is down in the comments, and I'll tell you why I think that card is cool too. Also, I'll be streaming my attempt at the World Qualifiers right here on this channel. Hopefully it goes well. So why don't you come on by, grind a little bit with me, maybe watch me throw some games, or even stream snipe a little for those extra points. Whatever floats your boat, I'll be here. Alrighty, that's it. Thanks for watching, and as always, keep on learning, having some fun with me here on the Durian channel. Enjoy the decks and the matches right after this, and have a wonderful day. Alright, we're starting off with my top 3 decks. I think will be picks to take for the World Qualifiers meta. The first is Great Divine Intervention. Let's take a look at it right here. It's just a solid growth package. My version of it doesn't have as many of the high cost cards. I like to keep it cheap, keep it low to the ground, and so you can always get those growths off. It's easier to build full fields and just focus on building that board control quickly. The pros of this deck is it's consistently strong. It has the ability to build up boards quickly and maintain it, and so you can rely on that to kind of close games out relatively quickly and also have a nice consistent game plan all around. The next deck is Purple Black Resonate. This is the Dante version using Devil Trigger. It's going to give you that little bit of extra survivability to either win the damage race against mirror matches, whatever. It is the most brutal aggro deck right now. You resonate yourself to huge threats and beat your opponent fast, fast, fast. It's the name of the game with this deck. The third deck is Ashura Senku Orochi. Now, I have this version with False Throne because False Throne and Rebirth, just playing out those Orochis for like 5 MP, it's just so good. Cheating anything out is really good. So that's why I like it. It is pretty nutty when you get the nut draws. It can lead to very quick wins. Has a slight potential to brick, so I would say that's the main downside. But the deck can pop off, and you can set up these guaranteed win scenarios, which is just, it's hard to pass up on that. Now, before we get into the games, I want to mention decks like Yawn and Raging Demon, which I think are very strong decks, don't get me wrong. They have got what it takes to compete, but part of the conditions of the World Qualifiers is that it's like a 3-hour mini segment of ranked. So you want to be able to grind through matches fast, and these decks are a little bit slower. And so that means if someone else is winning, say with the magical 100% win rate, if you get to play 1 game for every 2 games they play, they are going to speed you like crazy. It's not even going to be a competition until like maybe later when the points start getting really hard to come by, and then you might want to switch to a deck that has a really high win percentage. But I don't know the exact win percentages of decks off the top of my head, so I would avoid Raging Demon and Yawn just because they're a little bit on the slow side. On the other side, you may want to look at decks like Valstrax, Rathalos kind of decks that get in there quick, can finish games quickly, but aren't necessarily like the top of the meta, some of the best decks, you know what I mean? All right, let's get into matches without further ado. All right, we are starting off with Amaterasu. Again, this deck is great for board control. I think it's probably my favorite deck out of the ones, so I'll probably be playing this one. But the mirror match can get super tricky. Luckily, we're not playing that. We're playing against Temptation. This could be equally tricky though, because if we're up against Resonate, of course, Amaterasu, the Great Divine Intervention hero, are not great at killing big threats, right? So I'm definitely kind of eyeing this Spiral Pegasus to be able to take out 6 damage straight to whatever big Resonate unit we might be facing down against. And we've also got like a few actions to hopefully ping down any Resonators before they get out of hand. So that's kind of my thought process with keeping this one. There you have it. There you have it. Okay, so let's go ahead. I want to get my dude down. Boom. Okay. Nice. That's good. That's good. So he's got 1 MP. What I'm gonna do is let's start it off with a little Chain of Fist action. See if we can get another. Because if we can get another action out, then that's gonna be really nice. We can go for the Liberating Slash. Okay, he's being safe. I like it. I like it. Respect. Respect. But I'm coming for that Ibuki, man. I'm coming for that Ibuki. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. There ain't no 1 mana negate, so there you go. One down. 1 down, and hopefully we can just... We'll probably just cruise here, okay? We'll probably just cruise. We'll let Rashid do his thing, and just save all this damage goodness. Save all the damage goodness for the next one. And usually, I found from my past experience, if you can get 2 down, you're pretty solid. It's totally okay to leak your MP there. You know, we've got a decent lead, but it's worse to clog up our field. And then not be able to do anything than it is to lose, right? Okay, so here's another one. He's gonna go ahead and halt that. It's gonna be okay. I think we can play 1, 2. Yeah, we can do that. We can go ahead, play this, that. Oh, I totally goofed that up. So we're gonna have to go ahead and play our Spiral Pegasus. Don't do what I did. I should have played that guy first. Ugh, what am I doing? So the connection disappeared, so we're winding back a little bit because the game was a good ending. So, you know, there we go. We we messed up our ordering. We have to play the Spiral Pegasus. And then we're checking, we got that jewelry. We've got 3 level ups on our counter. We noticed that Great Divine Intervention is at 19, so we can just play a Spiral Pegasus, hit the intervention, and that takes out his jewelry. And there we go. That's the game. We didn't miss a lot, but I felt it was important to show how that ended. All right, going in with the second of my top picks is the Purple Black Resonate deck. The Fast, the Furious. This deck's pretty nutty, and it's probably going to be all over the place, well, theoretically. So definitely keep an eye out for this one. Kind of try to figure out how to do it. Is this the same guy? The same deck? So we've got Sea Viper here. We've got kind of okay with it. This is probably a good one to learn from what I don't do, because I'm not exactly a super expert at this one. So we got 1 Sea Viper. Okay, so it's not the same person, which is cool. What I want to try to do is I'm just going to play the second Sea Viper because my hand is kind of weird, you know? And then we can just go, so then we can start getting our buff on. Now, I made a mistake here. I usually like to wait till 3 MP here, because then we get a little bit of extra oomph going on in terms of our... Okay, we're going to have to play another spell before this hits so we don't trade. That's annoying. Alright, we are in the race, my friends. It is racing time. He's got nothing. Let's go ahead and get some extra oomph up top. Quite like it, quite like it. And this is where it's going to get a little interesting. So I'm just going to let that top one hit. I want to build up MP so I have negation MP. Very crucial, very crucial. Let's go ahead, get those bonuses. It's going to be a crazy damage race. Ooh. 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 Okay. Okay. What you got for me, my friend? We can actually... We can do a cheeky... we can do a cheeky one there. We can sacrifice our own unit. Ba-boom. Nice. I like it. I like it. Let's go ahead and get some more MP going. Oh, Bolt Weaver Valor is going to be quite useful. I think we'll go for it after this, just to ensure our victory. Yeah. Probably gets countered. Maybe? No. And then one more should do it. We've got counter up. We're going to go down to 1. Counter the counter. Negate the negate. Look at that. Don't even need the hero art. But, you know, we had it there. Just in case. Just in case. Just in case. And that's how you do it. Boom. Less than a minute, I think, right? Ooh. Alright, and this final third deck is going to be Ashura Senku Orochi. This madness, you already know. You already know how that goes, I'm sure. Now, there is another version of this deck that uses zombies instead of these false thrones. Very respectable option as well, I would say. I just choose to use this version because I think cheating out the big threats is... It's just so good. It's just so good. And yeah, that's really it. I don't want to pay 8 for Orochi. I'd rather kind of sneak him out there. And that's really all it comes down to. That's really all it comes down to. But we could be in a bit of a pickle. It's nice that, so again, it's nice that we can get the Orochi there into our drop. We know it 100%. We know it to be true. Which is quite nice. I think I'd like to kind of bait this. Well, here we go. Basically what I meant is I'd like him to play one more to get an extra attack on the Hayabusa, just because this way they don't trade very well, and it's just not a great situation. But now we're gonna be in a super killer situation. We get the living death, aka the instant win button. If you guys didn't know, aka the instant win button. So what we can do here is we can get another. We're assuming this is another tyrant. All right, well, you know, we lost the camera again, so here we are back again. But I want to show this game still because it was a good game, and me trying to get another game like it is gonna be rough. So we basically got living death, which is our instant win button, basically, and we're just kind of working towards it. We've got the false throne, so I'm starting to think like, oh, you know, we've got Orochi in the graveyard. We've got a false throne, so we can actually set up another tyrant here, and then we could potentially just blow them out with living thrones. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get our second tyrant, assuming the black crown didn't hit them right. And then we're just kind of letting him do his thing because I want this tyrant to die, so we can go ahead and go crazy. And so there we go, it dies. And now I was waiting, I thought maybe, for a split second there, I thought maybe I'll wait till the tyrant kills up top. But then I realized he would get something back, and if we do it this way, you can see we've got the full field, he's got nothing. So we're just going to go ahead, pop a tyrant with our selfish predation, which is going to go ahead and give us the super tyrant, which allows us to just be more aggressive and close this game out quicker. And this is about when things get a little weird here, because he's obviously got his MP built up, so he can get ready to start going into things. Not after we get some beefy hits here, right? So there we go. He's got the Lady Shiva combo. He gets going. I'm kind of panicking because I don't have any volume. I wanted to assure the middle, didn't quite get to it. He gets his off first. Luckily, our guys are still alive. I clutch it with the Ashura on to our tyrant in the middle. I'm gonna go ahead and take things out. Go for the Bloodbath Frenzies, which are locked up at memory count 6 now. He goes for the buff. We go for the Fate of the Unworthy, and there is nothing this man can do. It is an unstoppable, uninteractable win condition. He's got nothing. We take the game quickly and easily just like that. So this just shows the power that this deck can pull off, especially in a high roll with those quick games. Alright, so here we are back again with the decks. Just wanted to flash them again for you all. I hope you enjoyed the matches. Here is the Amaterasu deck. There are plenty and many variations of it. If you'd like to use mine or try it out, here's the QR code. We've also got the infamous Purple-Black Resonate. This deck is so brutal and so quick. You can expect some of the top players to be, and the top grinders to be playing this deck just for its speed. But boom, there's a QR code for that. And of course, we've got Akuma Ashura Senku with the Orochi craziness. There's a QR code for this version. If you want to play the version with zombies, you can take out the False Thrones for zombies, and then take out one other card, I can't remember what, and add in a Spreading Infection. Just more zombies, more blockers can be useful. So that is that deck as well. Those are my top 3 choices for the upcoming Worlds Qualifiers. Use this information to your best benefit, and best of luck for those of you that are competing, including me. I'm probably going to need it. And that's all I got for now. So if you stayed for the matches, appreciate it. Appreciate you being here, watching the videos. Until next time, keep on learning, having some fun, as we always do on the Durian channel. I'll see you in another video. Peace.